Hey, how's it going everyone? Mick Ambrose from AllAboutTech. Welcome back to another video. I hope you all had a fantastic weekend. I know I did, enjoying the sun down in Weymouth. Well, Portland to be exact, but it was nice. But unfortunately we had to come back early because I left my car around my girlfriend's and then she drove us down and I left my car windows open. So, and me being paranoid, because it wasn't directly outside our house, it was around the corner. I was like, nah, I'm sorry, but we need to go back. So, yeah, not my brightest moment. But yeah, like I said, I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. This video is just going to be a recap of all the amazing things that happened last week with Electroneum. And it's just a clear example as to how, although Electroneum are currently not sitting at the top 100, what they have going on, they've got more going on than most of the top 50 coins. Let's be completely honest. Even some of the top 10 coins, it's proven to be to have more utility and stuff when the instant payment system goes live, etc. But there was three main things that happened last week, and the first one that happened was getting this top 10 exchange Coinbean confirmed to be listing by the end of July, which means that it might not even be at the end of the July. It could happen this week, could happen next week, but it's going to happen before the end of July, which is absolutely fantastic. With past trade volumes exceeding of 2 billion in trade volume, it's easily as big of an exchange, if not a little bit smaller than Binance. It's massive. It's massive. Based in Singapore, but they have they have their website developed for other countries as well, like Brazil, which is I think that was the main website that liked Chris Gorman's LinkedIn article, which was absolutely fantastic. So yeah, Coinbean top 10 exchange, going to give us a nice wedge of trade volume. You saw what happened with our price the moment we got more than 1.5 mil trade volume. The price just kept going and going. And that was in the midst of some good news as well. A knight by the name of Jeff made a brilliant point, and shout out to you, Jeff. A brilliant point of that. If the news that came out last week for Electroneum would have happened during a bull run, we would have easily probably been a top 10 coin. We probably would have had like 200 to 300% gains, easy, with the amount of good news that we had last week. Some people may not see the fork as good news, but they made a decision. They stuck by their decision. They went through an emergency fork, and the fork went ever so smoothly. And now the blockchain is working incredibly. It's incredibly fast. It's working like a dream at the moment. And that just goes to show how competent they are at getting an emergency fork. Let's face it, an emergency fork out 36 hours after announcing it. And to have all the pools, all the exchanges, update all their nodes, etc. And it went really smoothly. And I think I'm gonna put my phone down for a second and just give ETN a bit of a clap for that, because they weren't praised enough for that fork. It was done ever so smoothly, and like I said in my last video, like butter. It was like butter how smooth that fork went. And they deserve props for that, because they've been held as an incompetent tech development team for a while now, and that just shows how competent they are, that they managed to get that fork done 36 hours after announcing it with not a hiccup. It was really impressive. Not only that, the other thing that happened at the end of last week on Friday was iOS app being approved for Electroneum, which is absolutely massive. So over the weekend, they've had, I think it was 100 alpha testers were using it over the weekend. I know some of them, and they were saying how nice it works. Obviously, they don't have the mobile miner, but they're looking at bringing in cloud mining as a solution for Apple users, and then depending on how well it's received for Apple users, they may take it over to Android as well, which is absolutely fantastic. So it all depends on how that goes. It sounds like a good idea. Cloud computing is a big thing at the moment. They're seeing really good development upgrades and stuff, and it's a good solution to get around that mining issue that Apple has, even if it's a simulated one. But yeah, that's great. The beta should start today, where around 10,000 of you guys that have registered for the beta can start using the Apple app. And then I think after a week or two of testing it, they'll just roll it out, because by the sounds of the alpha testers that I was seeing using the Apple app, they were saying that it was working incredibly well with no issues. So I don't imagine it will be in beta for very long at all. I think the testnet is just a quick test to make sure that it can handle the amount of users and stuff, and then it goes out to the masses. But and that's absolutely fantastic. 3 key pieces of news happened last week, and yeah, we saw some good price action. Yeah, it's corrected since, but we are back above. We're back above ICO price, and yes, some of the ASICs may be selling their coins, but to be fair, the GPU miners were selling the coins after the fork as well. So, and now that the blockchain has stabilized, it's not like they're getting an insane amount of block reward like every two seconds, because the block times they've averaged out now that there's a stable hash rate on the network. So it's not like the ASICs are getting a bigger reward than what the GPU miners were. But yeah, those are the 3 key points from last week, and those are 3 big things to happen for Electroneum, and they deserve a lot of praise in my opinion, because everything happened last week, which is fantastic. Now moving on to the second part of my video, and this, bearing in mind, Electroneum should take this as a massive compliment, because now not only have they had one cryptocurrency copycatted after them, but now there's a second one, and it's called ETN Classic. And unfortunately, it's clearly just a cash and grab, in my opinion. That's my honest opinion. To me, it sounds like it's the same as Electroneum's case. Electroneum's case was pretty much our GPU miners aren't getting the reward because of the ASICs, so they decided to make their own coin that they can mine. And pretty much the same things happened again, basically, in my opinion. But yeah, with ETN Classic, if you go, I will pop a link in the description. They've got a Bitcoin talk forum, and pretty much at the top, so Electroneum Classic, it will have a picture of their of their coin, which, can I just get out of the way with it? It clearly infringes copyright laws, and I'm going to go into a minute as to why I know it is and why what's happened has happened in regards to that. And it says ETNC, Electroneum without the BS. Now, doesn't that sound familiar? Ah, yes, Electronero, no more bullshit. That was their slogan. Electroneum Classic is no more without the BS. And that's quite clearly a miner's frustration, in my personal opinion. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. Obviously, I don't know whether it's a scam or a cash grab or not. I'm just giving my opinions. But yeah, I would show you the website, but the website's already been taken down. If you go to Crypto NWO's video, he actually manages to use the website to show people before it got taken down, clearly, because it's clearly got taken down. Electroneum are having none of it, and good on them. They're having none of it. Electroneum Classic aren't even forking. They just restarted the blockchain. And they had they made some claims in their in this Bitcoin Talk thing forum post, and they're talking about their roadmap is literally bulletproofs, mobile wallet, possible crypto night ETNC variant. So they don't have any plans, basically. They don't have any plans for corporate partners, what sector they're going in, etc. They've got no plans. They have no partnerships. They have no capital. They want to be a privacy coin. So good luck with regulation on that one, because regulation is not going to suit the needs of privacy coins, unfortunately. That's why Electroneum are coming away from privacy. So, and that's that. They have no utility. They have no use case, and they're trying to say Electroneum with none of the BS. But they've got nothing. Electroneum Classic. They literally have zilch. It is just a cash grab, in my opinion. So, like I said, the website's already been taken down, so I can't show you. Not that I should show you anyway, because this is just me warning Electroneum investors not to get sucked into any of this, because there was people that got sucked into the Electronero hype, and then people got burnt because Electronero is dead, basically. They got delisted from AllAboutTech and they're dead and I was in Electronero's Telegram chat, and even the admins were saying, "Oh, it's a lot harder than we thought it would be." Well, there you go. When they're saying it's a lot harder than they thought it would be, it just shows how they were not ready in the slightest. And they still decided to try and shit all over Electroneum's reputation, and that's exactly what these guys are doing. And it looks like they're already being punished for it because their website's been taken down. But yeah, they stated no mobile miner. So what do they have to offer? The mobile miner is a simulation for people to get into cryptocurrency. And if you want a real mobile miner in your phone, expect your phone to not last very long, because the way it works is, if you look at a mining rig, you look at how effectively that needs to be cooled. People have like air conditioning units aimed at their mining rigs because the fans on GPUs and such, it's just not sufficient. You try making a phone with no heat dissipation whatsoever. It's got nowhere for the heat to go apart from stay inside this. There's no fan in it. It will just melt. It will probably just melt the circuit board. It will melt all the solder, and your phone will die, and your battery will probably explode. It will probably be very hazardous. But yeah, they made a claim about how Electroneum's circulating supply isn't actually 7 billion, but 14 billion, because they mined 7 billion into a wallet for the mobile miner. So I'm absolutely okay with that. If it's true, that's absolutely fine. Why don't I have an issue with it? Because it's for the mobile miner. They're not actually being traded. They're just being airdropped to the people that are mobile mining. And then they go on to say that 7 billion is way too much for 120k miners. It would last for 18 years at that rate. I was like, and when I saw that, I was thinking, 18 years for 120k miners. Okay, but what about when 10 million people, 20 million people start using this mobile miner? All of a sudden, that 7 billion isn't going to last 18 years. It's going to last nowhere near that amount of time. And remember, the mobile miner is not supposed to last forever. I think the mobile miner is supposed to last for a number of years. And then by the time the circulating supply is reaching at its max, pretty much, Electroneum I'm hoping it will be an established form of currency by then. So that entire state, and their entire Bitcoin Talk page just simply tries slating Electroneum. And good projects don't slate that. Good projects may form under disagreements with previous projects, but you never go and just start dissing, calling bullshit at that same project. It's unprofessional. Businesses do not want to do business with those sorts of people that make those sorts of statements in that, because it is childish. And that is the motto of the story, basically. This is just a childish set of people that disagreed again with what Electroneum are doing, and then they're calling bullshit. They're throwing all sorts of accusations and stuff out there. Whilst actually, oh yeah, but we'll steal your name and your logo pretty much, because we want the momentum that you guys already have. Nah, that's not cool, man. If you have a project and you believe in your project, be original. Design your own logo, design your own name, design your own ambitions, your own white paper, your own roadmap of where you want your project to go. Electroneum Classic has none of that. It has no originality. None whatsoever. All they've done is get rid of the mobile miner, get rid of a pre-mine, and say no more bullshit. They have no partnerships, no capital, no nothing. So that's that, just to warn you. But yeah, if you like this video, give it a like. Subscribe to the AllAboutTech channel. So much coming up. I'm so excited. I can't wait for August. August is going to be a good month. And yeah, I'll catch you guys out in the next video. Peace out.